welcome to TCF 2022 in London. I'm Sam Allen for FinextraTV and I'm delighted to be joined in the studio today by Vlad Lounegov, who is our CEO of MBanq. And joining us from Temenos, it's Mallace. Thank you so much for joining us here today. Now, Vlad, the big question, you are a Silicon Valley organization pioneering in this new world of BaaS. So we'd like to hear more about MBanq and what you're trying to achieve.
Sure, thank you. So it's not a secret that United States market is the largest and most lucrative financial services market in the world, but it's also very highly regulated and it's very sophisticated. Now, to be able to draw advantage from the mega trends that we're going to discuss today, one needs to be able to roll out a value proposition that allows banks to work with fintechs. And one thing that we've seen for a long, long time is that the fintechs and banks don't really speak the same language. And so fintechs want to deliver products and services which are akin to financial services, but they don't have a license. So United States market is one of those very strange and highly regulated but yet sophisticated markets that allows that to happen through banking as a service. MBanq is the leading banking as a service provider with a strong focus on the United States. I'm the CEO and founder.
It's great to have you with us. Now, we want to hear about the partnership. We've been talking a lot today about partnerships and collaboration. So talk us through your motivation for choosing Temenos to partner with.
Sure. So if we look at how banking as a service generally works in the United States, collaborations are key. And there are a lot of different types of collaborations which are necessary. Let me tell you a little bit about the whole banking as a service value chain, and you will see where Temenos and us fit in that entire value chain. So it starts on the far end of the scale. It starts with the regulator or multiple regulators. It's actually, the regulation in the United States is so unique and it's so complicated, you don't even know who regulates who at times. It's followed immediately by a bank or a credit union, let's say a bank, a licensed institution, and then immediately after that, in the whole value chain, you have a technology provider and a service provider working hand in hand together to deliver a joint value proposition to the fintech. So the fintech is the consumer of banking as a services, and they deliver it, the entire package, they deliver it to end consumers. So the central part for us is how do we as a service provider collaborate with a technology provider, Temenos, to deliver the best service and to deliver the value to the fintech. Fintech is the consumer of banking as a service in the United States context.
From a Temenos point of view, you're excited about this partnership, right, Ross?
Oh, absolutely. I think that, as we said, this is a real emerging trend, and Vlad and the team at MBanq have put together a really great proposition for the market, and of course we at Temenos are delighted to be partnering with MBanq in order to help them to get out there and ride this wave.
We have to say that BaaS is undoubtedly, which is one of our buzzwords from TCF 2022, a mega trend in the industry. So how has Temenos geared up to meet this increased demand we're seeing?
Well, I think there's two parts to that. I think that, yes, this is a mega trend. I think that banking as a service opens up a whole new market for banks, for our customers, for fintechs, because it really is all about expanding reach, but because customers now want to use banking and financial services in their everyday lives now on a more regular basis, rather than having to go to a bank or a branch to be able to do what they need. And so this just unlocks a large addressable market. So we really need to be able to scale and offer services that allow banks to scale, because we really do think that if you are successful in BaaS, you're going to scale very, very quickly. So that's a very important topic that our prospects and customers are talking to us about. I think the other thing as well is also around our platform. So having our platform geared up and ready to work well with the business models that people like Vlad at MBanq are putting together. And that's something we've actually been working on for a little while now, and something we really understand. So we're really excited to be able to kind of have a very good and clear proposition that allows us to unlock that for our customers.
Thanks, Ross. Vlad, any more to add to that?
Yes, sure. In the United States market, technology is key. Now, why is it so critical in the United States market in particular? It's critical because consumer choices have moved on. Consumers nowadays, they want buy now, pay later. They want crypto, they want mobile banking available 24/7. But the incumbent vendors and the current technology providers in the United States markets, they haven't innovated fast enough to meet the consumer demand. And so this is where our partnership with Temenos comes in so handy, because you need to have a stable, solid system like Temenos. You need to wrap it around as a service portfolio that MBanq offers, like for example, compliance as a service, dispute resolution as a service, cards as a service. You need to have card issuing capabilities, and so on and so forth, to be able to make it a compelling value proposition to the entire value chain and to the fintech in particular.
So the future looks bright for this partnership, Vlad.
Correct, and partnerships are key.
What a perfect ending. Thank you both for joining us, Vlad and Ross. Thank you for being with us in the studio.
Thank
for
you.
having us.